Hello. The purpose of today's video is to give you an idea of how colour is implemented within processing. So this is a basic overview, and then what I want you to do is to take the information you have from this short video, jump into processing and start playing around with trying to create different colours, make a blue rectangle, a yellow circle, whatever it is that you want to do. So processing, before we even get to processing actually, colour, right? Colour itself can be very, very important. So colour has meaning, it indicates a purpose for things. So green is go, red is stop. And that colour varies by culture. So in some cultures, red means danger. In some cultures, red is a positive thing. So it means love and money or whatever. So this is just a link for your own information. You can go and have a look at this Information is Beautiful blog. So the information comes from that book, Information is Beautiful, which is available, unfortunately, only in hard copy in the university library. So if it's something that you're interested in, once you get on campus, get to the library and get this book out. It is properly beautiful, like what they've done with information or presenting data as information is very cool, and colour plays a huge part of that. This is about the visualization wheel on the front there is about how different colours mean different things within cultures. So something so simple and artistic can just tease out some really interesting cultural differences. So be thinking about how you use colour. Be thinking about how colour gives impact or purpose to what it is that you're trying to create. So how do we do that? Colour within processing is 8 bits, and if you know about binary numbers, there are 8 zeros or ones, and if I change each of those possibilities around, I end up 0 and 1, I end up with 256 different possibilities, and that's numbers ranging from 0 to 255. If you don't know about binary numbers, and you can go away and look it up, but otherwise accept that 0 is black and white is 255, and that there is a scale of grey in between them. So just having that one number represented by 0 all the way up to 255, whether that's 50, 87, 82, 12, 254, any of those numbers within that scale gives you some shade of black to white. But the world is not grayscale, right? So that's just how you would write it. So fill 0, fill 255. The world isn't grayscale. The world is full of colour. So we have a 24-bit version for red, green, blue. And what happens there is I have 3 colours within that fill. So I have 8 bits for red, so I get between 0 and 255. 8 bits for the green value, 0, 255. And 8 bits for the blue value, 0, 255. So what that looks like when I create it is something like this line here. So if I wiggle my mouse, you'll see. So bright red, which is the first circle here, is filled with the colour 25500. So all the red, no green, and no blue. Once I start adding different combinations, like this pink one at the bottom, I start to get shades that aren't just your kind of really bright red, green, blue colours. So if you want to create a colour and you don't know what that red, green, blue value is, you can select it. So tools from the menu, then colour selector will give you this. And you can start to play around with different colours. You can select the colour you want and literally just copy out that red, green, blue value. So there's a red, green, blue value, which is set by RGB here. There's a hex value that is directly equivalent to RGB and is typically used in web development, for example. You can actually input that hex value as opposed to the RGB value, and it will work just the same. Hue, saturation, brightness is kind of, especially with this saturation value, is including a measure of vibrancy. So if you are familiar with HSB colour space and you want to use that, you can have a Google, but there is a way that you can change the colour mode to HSB rather than RGB. but for this module, the purpose is we are going to use RGB. So that's us. What I want you to do now is, one, have a look at the shapes video and then combine the two to start to create basic shapes. The task is to create the Android guy, so read on and figure out what it is you need to do for that.